Hey guys! Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Hey, Black Girl Fly. Hey! Hey, Lipstick Chatter. Hey, Gorgeous Unity. Hey, Taj. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You finished your scope webinar? Awesome. Hopefully it is Good Signal Monday. I'm outside, so it better be. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So I know this is a little unusual time for me to do my scope. Usually I don't do my scopes. My notes are falling. Usually I don't do my scopes around 2 o'clock. I try to actually avoid this time because this is the time when usually my 9-to-5ers are working hard for their money. And so I try to avoid doing scopes around this time, but I have a crazy schedule today. I've been answering emails like a mug today. So if you sent me an email today, you were one of the 400, or this week rather, you were one of the 400 plus emails that I received. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that I can answer those emails for you. It looks like it's about to rain, so I'm going to go inside. So how can you tell if your business is millennial friendly is what we're going to talk about today. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad it helped. Let's come in here. So much better. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amber Aziza. I am founder of asquarecoach.com and midnightmillionaireclub.com, where we help millennials and millennials at heart build the businesses of their dreams, speak their passion, and live a lifestyle that would make Carrie Bradshaw jealous. And our goal is to help our clients hit their first $1 million year. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Can't stop, won't stop, Diddy style. And my belief is that if you can make $1, you can make $1 million of them. All you need is the right guidance, the right support, and somebody who's done it before that can help you through it. So, Bestie was jamming the Drake. She just turned it off. Yes, can't stop, won't stop. All right, so let's talk about, is your business millennial friendly, and how to tell if it is and why it should be. Okay, so we're going through some good stuff today, money making stuff. All right, that makes Beyonce jealous. I love it. Used to share an office with Terry Bradshaw. That's awesome. This is interesting as I'm setting a millennial geared e-commerce. Awesome. Hey, Roger. Roger in the house. If y'all don't follow Millionaire Talk, follow him. He's awesome. Yes, this will help you. So this will help you regardless of what business you're in, because millennials are everywhere. All right. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Oh no, Moni B. Okay, so if you feel like this is something your peeps need to hear, which anyone who is in business needs to hear this, click on the little dude at the bottom of the screen, or swipe right or swipe up and invite your peeps and let them know, hey, Amber's talking about something that you need to hear about. And as usual, if you are loving what I'm saying, if you are picking up what I'm setting down, if you're breathing in what I am breathing out, then you want to tap on that screen and throw those hearts up. Let them flutter in the sky. Yeah, millennialists. Let those hearts flutter in the sky because they make me happy. I like hearts. I don't care what anybody says. Hearts make me happy. All right, let's get started. Thanks so much for inviting your peeps. Let's get into it. So there are 3 basic ways. There are lots of ways to tell if you're millennial friendly, but there are 3 basic ways to tell if your business is ready to have millennials as clients, okay? And so I'm going to tell you the ways first, and then I'm going to tell you why it's important for you to have your business set up so that millennials will want to be your clients, okay? I try. I do what I can. All right, so number 1, is your business mobile? Meaning, is there some mobile element? If you are a cleaning service, can they book their cleaning services via an app on their phone? If you are a makeup artist, can they make an appointment with you or change their appointment via an app on their phone? If you are a coach, will the materials that you give them, can those be accessed through their phone or through a tablet? It has to be mobile, because millennials, we don't want anything to do with having to physically sit down on my computer. There have been softwares that I have literally unsubscribed from because I'm like, you know what? I can only access this from my computer, and that's BS, and I'm not wasting my energy, and I'm not wasting my time. So you need to have a mobile element in your business. It is actually not as difficult or as expensive to have an app built for your site as you may think it may be. Even if your site is just mobile friendly, that's really easy as well. Just make sure that when you're building your site that you have a mobile capacity in it. Yes, getting an online booking calendar, that's super awesome. So there are tons of options with online booking calendars. That is, we use Calendly, we use Acuity as well. What's the other one? You Can Book Me. Is it You Can Book Me? You Can Book.me. There's so many options to make things mobile. So the more likely you can make things mobile. You see this on my eye? I don't know what it is, and it feels like it's a bump, and it's making me nervous. Oh, it wasn't. It was just a piece of fuzz. So the more likely you can make your business mobile, the better you are and better your chances are of pulling in that millennial crew. Okay. I think there are some, yes, there are some that are especially for therapists. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I have a therapist as a client. I'll see if I can find which one she's using. All right. So that's number one, is that you need to have a mobile element. Number two is you need to have some sort of self-serve element in your products or services. So what do I mean by self-serve? We don't like to do things that require you to be there. It's sad to say, but the less human interaction we can have, it's actually the better for us. We prefer to not have to talk to you at all, actually. So that means if you're a coach, do you have something that they can just download, like a course, an evergreen product, something that they don't need you for? If you offer specific services, so like makeup or hair, do you have a tutorial that I can just download, that I can do it myself? We prefer to do it ourselves rather than you to force it down us and tell us that. Is that a good thing? It can be. Here's why it can be. It gives us a level of self-sufficiency that other generations didn't necessarily have. We are so used to just looking for the answers ourselves that sometimes we don't even think, oh, we should probably ask somebody for the answer, which can be hurtful in the workplace. But as clients, it's actually a very good thing. For motivation too, exactly, yes. So self-serve. This is why yes, we are a DIY generation. This is why you're more of a millennial. This is why you see those Instagram accounts like, what is it? Limitless Mafia, Gentleman's Mafia, pretty much anything with mafia at the end of it that's motivational. Boss Babes, those Instagram accounts, they're so popular because it's essentially a self-serve motivational site. I can go to the site, I can get my little pump up for the day, and then I can move forward with my life. I don't have to sit and talk to someone. I don't have to have someone talk to me. I can just get it done and bing, bang, boom. I don't have to worry about it. So if you have some level of self-serve or evergreen or something that's just sitting there that they don't need you for, you're going to be a lot happier to have it. Okay. So we're talking about, if you just came in, we're talking about, is your business millennial friendly and how you can tell. The first way is, do you have a mobile element in your biz? So that's having an automatic scheduler, something that they can go on in their phone and access. Number two is, do you have some sort of self-service element in your business? So the ability to do things without you necessarily having to touch them for it. Yes, you should charge for those self-serve elements, Portia. That's an excellent question. You should be charging for those self-serve elements. So if it's an evergreen course, if it's a tutorial, those are things that you can charge for. And it'll bring in more money for you because everybody can get access to them. Yay, money. Yeah. All right. So number three, the third way to tell if your business is millennial friendly, and this is going to sound so bougie, but it's so true because it's true to every millennial. Is there an exclusive element to your business? So is there an element to your business that I can get because I paid a little more? All right. Yes, free does make me break out in hives. So is there exclusivity? So for example, there are different levels of coaching that A Squared provides. But if you want the big daddy of coaching, you have to apply for it. You can't even just say, oh, I want to be in that coaching service. Oh, no, boo. You got to apply for it. So if you get through the application process and you're accepted and you pay for it, you're like, ooh, I'm exclusive. Millennials love exclusive-ish. That is why organizations like Magnesi's, like Redline, like Red Carpet, all of those membership social clubs have made such popular and such spike in their popularity because we millennials love exclusive stuff. We love the ability to have access to things that other people don't. If you make a VIP list, that VIP list gets access to certain services or products first, oh honey, we will eat that up. And I say this because I'm a millennial. We love stuff that other people can't get. It may sound bougie, it may sound entitled, but it's true. And we will be willing, we are a lot more likely than any other generation to pay more for exclusivity, just to have access to things that other people don't have access to. So do you have some sort of exclusive element to your business? I offered limited editions on my site. Does that count? Yes. Yes, that counts. So by saying I only have 10 spots, or this particular club only has 11 spots, or if you want to have access to this, you need to be in this area. I'll have every opportunity to be bougie. Moni, we need to be friends. So those are the 3 ways. I went on a site where I could not purchase from them unless I paid a membership. Exactly. And that's creating exclusivity. It's like, oh, I want to know what's behind that wall. Nobody else knows what's behind that wall. I want to know it. So the 3 ways that you know that your business is millennial friendly is it's mobile. It has some sort of mobile element to it. There's an element of self-service so they can get things without having you touch them. And is there a level of exclusivity in what they do? Now, why is it so important to have millennials as your clients? Here's the thing. Oh, you're welcome. Here's the thing. We know we have this stigma attached to us, right? That we're entitled, that we're selfish, that we're self-absorbed, that we want everything just handed to us. But here's why you should work a little extra to have millennials as your clients. Number 1, millennials as a whole have over $200 billion a year in spending power. Over $200 billion, not million, billion dollars a year in spending power. If you don't have millennials as your clients or as your client base, you are literally leaving money on the table, okay? We are a powerful bunch. So a lot of times people will say, well, but they aren't working that much, or if they are, they aren't working in high-paying gigs. But here's the deal about millennials, and this brings me to my second reason why you need to have millennials. We are the most influential generation than any other generation that's alive right now, all right? Because here's the thing. Our parents, they're those awesome baby boomers. You know those baby boomers. They currently run corporate America. They currently have pretty decent stipends. They were the last generation to get that pension thing. You remember that pension thing? They were the last group to get a pension. So those baby boomers, they're doing pretty all right for themselves. But you know what they do when they want to buy something new, or when they want to look for something new, or buy a new product or service, or get a new hairdresser or makeup artist, or decide on a contractor for their house? You know what they do? They pick up that phone that their millennial child taught them how to use, and they call that millennial child and ask for advice. We have such a huge, huge influence on our parents. We are the first generation where our parents make an effort to listen to their children specifically, okay? Because baby boomers raised both Xers and millennials. We are the first generation that they are like, hey, I'm just going to reach out to them and say, hey, Amber, what should I do? I get calls all the time from my parents, right? And Fabiola will probably attest to this too. My parents don't buy anything unless they've asked one of the kids what they thought about it. And that's not saying, oh, we're so awesome. It's saying that that's the culture of that millennial baby boomer dynamic has created. So why not have, even if your audience are baby boomers, why not have a millennial element to your business to make that millennial more likely to tell their baby boomer parents to go buy your stuff? So we have a high level of influence. We have over $200 billion a year of spending power. And that spending power isn't just our money. Oh no, it's also our parents' money. Because while we may be the boomerang generation that lives in our parents' basement, our parents are the coddling generation that will give us access to their money, okay? Yes, tempting curves. They call like crazy, right? So number 1 is we have a large large spending power, as well as number two is that we have high influence. Those lovely Gen Zers that are coming up behind us, they're so cute, right? Guess whose kids those are? Ours. Those are our kids. Those Gen Zers, they're millennials kids. You want to know who's buying that stuff for those Gen Zers? We are. So you should have us as your demographic simply because we have a hold on all of the generations. The only generation we don't have our hooks in is Generation X. But I'll be very honest, I love my Gen Xers. I have a lot of Gen X clients, but I'll be very honest, Gen Xers are a very small percentage of the generations in comparison to the other ones. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened. I love my Gen Xers, but that's just how the cookie was crumbled in this situation. But millennials still have great relationships with them because with Gen Xers, we usually have a sibling or two. All of my siblings are Gen Xers. Right, I do love you guys. All of my siblings are Gen Xers. And there are times when they'll call me and say, hey, I'm getting ready to get a new cell phone. Which one should I get? So remember that Gen Y, us millennials, we have a large spending power and a high level of influence. Exactly. They don't spend as much as millennials do. All right. So the third reason that you need to have millennials as your clientele, thank you, is that we are loyal. So even though people will say, oh, no, we're fickle, the millennials are fickle, we're actually very loyal. So funny story. So millennials are anyone born between 81 and 2001. We do love traveling. So here's the deal. Little story about loyalty and being a millennial. So I've had the iPhone since the iPhone came out. You remember the original iPod commercials with the person dancing? It was like a shadow and they were dancing like Black Eyed Peas. You could only see the white outline of the iPod. You remember that? After 2001, they're Zillennials, Generation Z. So I had an iPod all the way back then, right? Loved it. I was obsessed with it. I loved Apple products so much. So about a year ago, I decided that I was going to make the leap and switch to Note. Now, when I made this leap, I didn't just say, oh, well, screw you, Apple, I'm going to Note. I'm going to the Galaxy. I actually held on, okay? Are you a millennial? If you date a millennial, hashtag cougars. I can't with you guys. So I held on to my iPhone. I kept my iPhone and I just got a separate account with the Note. Why? Because I was so loyal to my iPhone that it was so difficult for me to make a switch and feel comfortable making that switch because I felt like I was abandoning a friend. All right? Right. You went to an Android, you went right back. So I had my Droid for 4 or 5 months. And then I said, oh, I can't do it. I need my iPhone. I didn't want to carry around 2 phones. So the iPhone won. Millennials are incredibly loyal. Exactly, Sheila. We are incredibly loyal to what works for us. If you are what works for us, you will have faithful friends and fans and loyalty built in. We millennials are incredibly loyal to our brands. All right. That's why certain organizations and certain companies and certain brands are so successful. It's because they've been able to find a hook in those millennials, and we millennials are so faithful to them. All right. A little bonus reason, okay? A bonus reason. Millennials as a whole, regardless of how old they are, all right, we always have college student mentality. We do. There are times when I will call my mom and ask to borrow $20, and they'll be like, wait a minute. I don't really need $20. I don't know why I just called you. It's just by nature. So we have this young at heart mentality. If you can tap into that being young at heart, because we are technically still young, but if you can tap into that understanding of you still think that you're a college student, but you're an adult with real bills you have to pay. If you can tap into that and you can help solve any kind of pain point revolving around that, you will hit a gold mine, okay? You will hit a gold mine, friends. So let's do a quick recap, shall we? We're talking about ways that you can make sure your business is millennial friendly and why it should be millennial friendly. Hey, KB. So the first, thank you. So the first way is that everything you have should be mobile. It should be able to be accessed via mobile. Number 2, Is it self-serve? Do we have some sort of self-serve element in it? Right? We are always talking about adulting, right? Like it's some faraway fickle land that we shall eventually hit at some point. I'll be an adult eventually. I just told Fabiola a couple days ago, I was like, I don't feel 30. She's like, what do you feel? I was like, I don't know, not 30 though. So do you have a self-serve element in your business? Number 3, is there a level of exclusivity in what you do? So do you have a special club that you have to pay more for? Do you have a special training that in order to get it or to get access to it, you're going to have to do something different for it? Anything that's going to create a level of exclusivity is going to make millennials go cray over it. And the reasons why you want millennials as your clients: number 1, we have over $200 billion of spending power annually every year. So if you don't have millennials as your clients, you are literally leaving money on a table. Number 2, we are high influencers. So our parents are baby boomers and our kids are Gen Zers, meaning we've got the generations on lock. And we are high influencers in those generations. So why not just talk to the influencers and ask them, hey, don't you want the service for your kid or your parents? Sometimes I feel like I'm in my late 20s, but I'll be 32 in December. Right, Gabby? I feel you. I feel you. There are times when I'm like, oh, they didn't check my ID. And I get all excited and I'm like, wait a minute. You didn't check my ID? I get like mad. Like, I'm 30. You're supposed to be checking my ID. And then our last reason is that we are loyal. We are completely loyal. Once we decide that you are the brand for us, we will stick and stay with you forever and ever. And then our bonus was that if you can tap into our pain point of we feel like we are not adults yet, but we still are adults. If you can tap into that pain point, then guess what? You will be our BFF forever. That didn't make sense. BFF. Because the last F stands for forever. Oh, I love it. I have all 3 in my biz. I need to rethink my ICA. Exactly. So millennials are a great addition to your ICA. They're a great addition. And I highly recommend it. You know, I'm always talking about how much I love millennials because I am a millennial, but it just makes good business sense to have some level of your business and dedicate it to millennials. Exactly. So age of millennials, anyone born between 1981 and 2001. And ICA stands for Ideal Client Avatar. So it's basically who is your ideal client. Alrighty. And you know what? I think I haven't done an ICA scope in a while. I think I'll do an ICA scope tomorrow about what an ICA is and how to find them. You're welcome. All right. So you guys, what was that if-shaped heart? Oh, the camera-shaped heart? Yeah. So that's if somebody takes a screenshot of something. If they take a screenshot of something, then it gives a camera shot, the camera heart. Yes, do that. Yes. So True Diva, you have to follow me because I don't come on at a set time. So if you just click on the little dude at the bottom of the screen and follow me, then when I come on, it'll let you know. Hey, Allison, happy Monday. So tomorrow I'll do a scope on how to identify your ideal client. Alrighty? Awesome. All right, guys, so I'm going to let you go. Me and the bestie are going to hit the store before I drop her off at the airport because she's leaving me. But that's okay because what she doesn't know is that she's bringing her whole family here for the winter so that they can see snow. And I will be passing them in a plane to go to her place in Florida because I don't want to see the snow. We're going to swap. Talisha says, hey. She says, hey, girl, hey. All right, guys, have an awesome day. I am not going to scope again today. At least I'm going to try not to. I'll talk to you later. Bye.